Mornings are powerful. Marcus Aurelius began each day with Stoic reflection. He had a morning routine that helped him start the day strong. And this is the first step to living a life of virtue and happiness. In this video, we're going to discuss what his morning routine consisted of, and how you can use it to start your days with more energy, focus, and wisdom. What did Marcus Aurelius do in the morning? First, he asked himself 3 questions. This was his way of preparing his mind for the day ahead and setting the tone for his actions. Let's take a look at those questions and see how they can help us too. So the first question is, what will I face today? By asking this question, he was reminding himself that life was unpredictable and that there would always be something new to deal with. It could be anything from a minor inconvenience, like spilled ink, to a major challenge like an invasion. But no matter what it was, he knew that he had to be ready to face it head on. This question also helped him to stay focused on the present moment and not get lost in the past or the future. As the Stoics say, we should only focus on the things we can control and not worry about the things we can't. So by asking himself, what will I face today? He was grounding himself in the present and reminding himself of what was within his power to influence. But that's not all. Asking this question also helped him to cultivate a sense of curiosity and openness to the possibilities of each day. He knew that every day was different and that there was something new to learn from every experience. So instead of dreading the challenges that lay ahead, he embraced them as opportunities for growth and wisdom. This is a powerful mindset to start the day with. When we wake up, instead of focusing on the negative or worrying about what could go wrong, we can ask ourselves, what will I face today? And be curious and open to whatever comes our way. Who knows what opportunities for growth and wisdom may arise? The second question is, how will I respond with virtue? Marcus Aurelius believed that life was full of challenges, and that it was up to us to decide how we would respond to them. This question was his way of reminding himself that he had the power to choose his actions and reactions, and that he should always strive to respond with virtue. By asking himself this question, he was able to examine his thoughts and emotions and make sure they were in line with his Stoic values. He knew that sometimes when faced with adversity, it could be easy to let anger or fear take over. But he refused to let that happen. Instead, he forced himself to pause and consider how he would respond before taking any action. This question also helped him to focus on what was within his control. As the Stoics taught, our thoughts and actions are our own, but external events are not. By asking himself, how will I respond with virtue? He was able to separate what was up to him from what was not, and concentrate his energy on the things he could actually influence. This question also helped him to cultivate a sense of purpose and determination. He knew that he had a duty to himself and to others to be a good and virtuous person, even when faced with the toughest challenges. So by asking himself, how will I respond with virtue? He was able to remind himself of his responsibilities and to stay committed to his values, no matter what. The third question is, what's within my control? This was the most important question because it was the one that helped him to focus on what was important and to let go of what was not. He knew that by dwelling on things that were beyond his control, he was only causing himself unnecessary stress and anxiety. So instead, he focused on the things that were up to him and that he could actually influence. This question also helped him to cultivate a sense of gratitude and acceptance. He realized that there were many things to be grateful for in his life, and that he should accept the things he couldn't change. This mindset helped him to live a life of serenity and peace, even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. Now that we've covered Marcus Aurelius's 3 morning questions, let's take a look at what his actual morning routine looked like. While there are some gaps in the historical record, we can piece together a pretty good idea of what he did each morning, based on the evidence that we do have. So first, he started the day with journaling. He kept a personal journal where he recorded his thoughts, insights, and reflections. He used this journal to remind himself of his Stoic principles and to reflect on his actions and decisions. He also used it as a tool for self-improvement, writing down things he needed to work on and areas where he could grow. Next, he practiced gratitude. He took time each morning to appreciate the things he had and to reflect on the blessings in his life. He knew that gratitude was an important part of living a virtuous and happy life, and he wanted to start each day with a grateful heart. After that, he visualized the challenges he would face during the day. He knew that life was full of challenges, and he wanted to be prepared for them. So he spent some time each morning visualizing the challenges he might face and how he would respond to them. This helped him to stay focused and calm in the face of adversity. He also did some form of breathing or meditation. While there is no direct evidence that Marcus Aurelius practiced meditation, he was definitely interested in the practice. He wrote about the importance of controlling your breath in his book, Meditations. So it's likely that he incorporated some form of breathing exercise into his morning routine. These are the main points of Marcus Aurelius's morning routine. Now, let's talk about how you can incorporate these practices into your own life. Remember that the goal is not to copy Marcus Aurelius exactly, but to learn from his example and adapt these practices to your own needs and preferences. First, set aside dedicated time in the morning to practice this routine. Even just 10 or 15 minutes can make a big difference. Make sure you don't skip this important part of your day. Second, ask yourself the 3 morning questions. What will I face today? How will I respond with virtue? What's within my control? These questions will help you to center yourself and prepare for the day ahead. Third, keep a morning journal. This doesn't have to be a long, complicated process. Just take a few moments to write down your thoughts, insights, and reflections. You can also use your journal to set intentions for the day or to express gratitude for the blessings in your life. Fourth, engage in some form of physical movement. This could be a quick workout, yoga, or simply going for a walk. The important thing is to get your body moving and to feel energized for the day ahead. Fifth, practice deep breathing or meditation. Take a few moments to focus on your breath or to meditate. This will help you to calm your mind and to approach the day with a sense of peace and clarity. Remember, small wins build strength. Every time you make your bed, move your body, start with discipline, you're setting the tone for the rest of the day. These small wins compound over time and lead to greater success and fulfillment in all areas of your life. Now let's finish with a quote from Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. This quote reminds us that every day is a gift and that we should approach each day with gratitude and appreciation. It is easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life and to forget to appreciate the simple things. But as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, every day is a new opportunity to experience the wonders of life. So as you start your day, take a moment to appreciate the gift of life and to commit to living each day to the fullest. This is Fortitude Mindset. Start strong, live strong. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Remember to check out our other videos and join our community of learners. Have a great day.